Hello, good people. This is my little baby mic. Yeah, it looks good there, doesn't it? This is just a story of a pest control business. So, yeah, I think that a lot of Australian contractors are in for a bit of problem coming into next year. I mean, people want answers immediately. And they're willing to pay a premium for it. Let me give you an example of pest control business. In a place called Mandurah, have an AI agent. This AI agent was introduced because it's now a husband and wife business. She didn't want to work more and more hours, really just answering emails. And these emails that they sent to me was so back and forth, it was ridiculous. The insanity. Oh, it would have drove me nuts. And dealing with that. So an AI agent was introduced, showed them how to set up with Google Business Profile, how to add it to their emails. So when people do ask, how do I get a quote? Go through this, and it'll break everything down. It'll basically describe to us it's a script, just a copy and paste email script to the client by email or by social media as well. They went from a $400 a day business, and the wife was going to have to go back to work. It's now $1,000 a day in 2.5 months. And they did say where they are, there has been a population increase, but at the same time, the Google Business appointment, the Google Business booking has just been phenomenal, but also just being able to add it to the social media when people do ask for quotes. And what they were able to do was, now with I had a 15-minute conversation with them, a couple of months ago now, and I said, what's it like? Like, if somebody just tells you they've got a 200 square meter home, is that all you need to know? They go, no. How many rooms? The bedrooms? Maybe even talk about the furniture. What was that guy doing? Don't know. But what it did was it told the client to. They said sometimes the clients will move the furniture. If we have to do it, we just charge a small fee, usually about $100. And I said, okay. So we can tell with the AI agent can say to the customer, before we come, move the furniture to more the middle to keep the pest spray can be used properly. I don't know the technical terms for pest control, but there's many number one precautions that a pest controller must take, and they must be very alert as to what needs to be properly prepared, and the spray and also non-sprays. They also have some other chemicals that they use to make sure, and prevention as well. Again, it's a high cognitive work job. No matter what anybody thinks, it takes a lot of cognitive processing. But what people can do now is truly prepare the home before the pest inspector comes, or the pest sprayer. But also they'll know exactly how many rooms, how many square meters, what furniture is in the home, the garage, what has the roof been opened, what's it like, how clean is it, what's against the walls. So there can be a list given to the customer of what to move, what not to move, cleaning specific areas before the pest controller. I think that might be the correct term, pest technician, controller. We'll use either. Before they come, do all these preparations, but also they decided to go with charging based on per square meter of the home plus the rooms. And this, I think that they consulted each other, husband and wife. That works. And then the AI agent can send to the pest technician, controller, very good details of the home, the amount of rooms, and a line by line how much the price will be based on the size of the home and the room number, right? Now, all of this is something that you negotiate with the AI developer. And this is something that these off-the-shelf things can't do. They're pathetic at it. This is a developer level stuff. This is what I do. I build AI matrix engines that run these complex tasks. And this is really the future of any technician type job. Automotive, plumbers. It's going to happen next year. And those that aren't involved are going to get hit hard. But I said, do you sometimes give discounts or go there and it costs more? They go, sometimes we rarely give estimates over the phone. We always like to see the job. But if we were to say a figure, then like add a 10% premium on top and immediately estimate to the client, it'll cost around this much, but we're going to inspect it first because give or take, it may be an extra 10%. But what they found with the clientele who were contacting them, if that clientele was getting a price within a minute, even if it has a 10% premium on top, just because they haven't been there to inspect it, people were saying, yeah, this is fine. Just come and do it. Well, that makes sense. And then they would go and be prepared to do it. And she said, so far, we haven't had anything go wrong except some, and this was a regular problem. They said move the furniture out of the way, but they wouldn't do it. But they know from the interaction they've had with the AI agent that, well, that's an extra $100. You didn't do it, so we're going to charge you that little bit of extra. She said, that's the only thing, and that is a regular problem, but the people have just said, yes, we'll book it. Like, that is the secret. That is the secret. There is no more waiting around. Once you build these tight AI matrix engines with extremely good instructions that do not hallucinate and stay right on task. She just said, we went from $400 a day and 400, and I was going to have to quit my job. I was going to have to quit working here and go back to working to $1,000 a day in 2.5 months. Wow! So imagine, and here's the thing, that cost them, that whole system. Now, the invoicing that they do is not automated. They can, if they want, get a draft invoice sent to them, line item, all itemized. They can go through it. But what they've decided instead is just email, and then they go into, and then once they review it, then they go, yeah, that sounds correct. But then they'll actually send out the invoice. But also they do that when they're actually on site as well, because but they've had the people say, yeah, come and do it. Yep, okay. So when this lady said to me, so we used to quote jobs over the phone. We would do it sometimes when push came to shove, where okay, so we'd say, well, this is about 400 to 440. But now, plus GST, but now she just says, we just tell them 440 right there on the agent, and people are like, yes, okay. So now in the Matrix engine itself, if people say, wow, that's really expensive, the Matrix engine, once people have a little bit of maybe a negative reaction to the price, the AI Matrix engine knows that they're doing this, and will say, listen, we have to go, we'll pop in and see it. We'll organize with the technician, the pest controller, to come out and just have a quick look. How about that? So they're catching those people who are a little bit, concerned about the price. So they're basically getting the qualified leads. They're coming in. And you know what? It's just going to take a few more people to get this system working. And so people get immediate quotes instead of having to wait around for someone to come around. And they're going to be able to charge a premium, but the job is going to get done quicker. And they're going to be hiring a second person very soon to run a second van. And I'm like, yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works for everybody. Unfortunately, many people are just thinking, oh, she'll be right, I'll be okay. I'm thinking maybe here on the Gold Coast I should start a pest control business with AI. I would nuke the place, because I recently had to get somebody, and it took me 3 days to get somebody on the phone. 3 days. And I was like, I'll just go and do it myself. So I bought the equipment. Although you need some qualification now to do anything in Australia. Anyway, get your AI agent sorted out. You're going to need one eventually. And you've got to get it now so you can learn how it functions and gets used in an incremental basis. So next year you're on top of things and the others can, have to fight for what's left. All right, good people. Going to hit the gym now. So I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.